I'm Slathe the Space Marine, and here we are today to look at some... Why did that happen? I'm just zoomed in without... This is just the iPad by itself. Why did I do that? So, okay, this is Slathe the Space Marine, and today we are doing a cosplay show-off where we will be displaying new pieces of stuff that I'm working on. Not this, he's not a new piece, this is Tony, we all know Tony. Tony, what's going on there? Oh, overexposure of light. Okay. So what's one of the first things that I want to show off in this video? Hey, you don't need to worry about that, you're going to knock things over. Okay, so what have we got here? This is my prototype Okay. This is my chainsword. Alright, camera. Unzoom. Unzoom. What's going on? Ghosts? Ghost video? Doubles is a ghost video. Now, so this is the prototype chainsword that I made, mostly out of foam board that you would get at like a dollar store. And thanks to Justin Trudeau, the Prime Minister of Canada, with his legal Trudeau weed that that's the weed that I get, yes, definitely, just take my word for it. Actually, don't take my word for it. Watch Reading Rainbow. Now, I've made the handle out of foam board, and then out of the lids from those canisters. I'm gonna say it weird for no reason, for no apparent reason. And now here, on the inside, you can see that I've got more of those lids, but these are the round lids. And then I've got two of them stacked on top of each other, glued together to be the spacer for the guard, and then also to kind of give that illusion that there's some kind of rotary on the inside there. And one of the nice things about that is that these lids have the plastic cap on the inside still, so if I were to shake it, then it's gonna. It's not a big noise. It's a kind of a toy noise, really, but it's a noise. What noise? A noise? A noisy oyster. A noisy noise. A noisy oyster. And so then this is the second chainsword. Same materials, except for I added some dollar store gun parts to the side to get some more detail to that. And compared to the first one, because this one was just kind of the test job. So compared to the first one, the handle on this one is much more reinforced. And although I've not wrapped it yet, or done any sort of... That was weird. Or I've not wrapped it yet. Why did it just go all blurry there? Like it just went completely out of focus. I'm not even moving very far. Ghosts. What's it doing here? It's just kind of right there. It's focusing on that spot right there. I'm gonna focus it on me. Well, anyway, ghosts, and then some. These are just prescription pill containers or whatever that I've combined together. The same with the other one, but it's wrapped on that one. And on this one, I've managed to actually, I think, get the pill containers to actually kind of inside each other a little bit, so it's a bit more reinforced on this one. And I did also a little bit more sealing, where on these teeth, on some of them, there's parts where if it's been hollowed out that I've just added some hot glue. So it's just a hot glue gun, a few pieces of foam board, like two, I think you'd only need two. Two would be enough for make one of these. And then the lids. The lids are probably going to be, that's going to be the difficult part, unless you can just get lids somewhere for cheap as well. And then whatever you're going to do for the handle. Now, essentially, I just did it all by eye. I just took a chainsaw toy bit, and then I just took a piece of foam board and went, alright, I need this shape, I need this shape to go on top. Like, I made a rectangle, I need this shape, and then I need this shape to, or something like this to taper it off. The teeth are going to be shaped a certain way, kind of like on the toy. I've done a few liberties, of course, like there's like this chain guard, or it's like this hand guard there. I don't know why that's there. It's like a spill guard or something. If you know what this is, because I don't know what it is, and I added it to my own prop, and I just made it, and I was like, that makes sense. That's what it is. So if you know what that is, that's what it is. And then we've got the basket handle, I guess. I think that's a basket handle. And that's not all we have, though. Some of these props you would have seen in some of the pictures of me reviewing my own stuff. Wow. Wow, me reviewing my own stuff. How meta is that? So, I also have made some bolt pistol holsters out of the same material, actually. So these are the bolt pistol holsters, which I'm still kind of working out how I'm going to be suspending it from the suit. I'm thinking I might use bungee cords and this, and with this shell that I've made here, I'm probably just going to cover this in some type of fabric, and then it's got this flap lid that I've made, and then where you can get the bolt pistol in and out of there pretty easily, as much as it's kind of not easily when I'm doing it in this pose, this position. It's meant to be a little bit more, on your hip, where that way it's considerably easier. So, of course, if these are meant to be for Slathe, then I have to have not one, but I have to have two pistol holsters, one for each pistol. So, because that's the way that Slathe likes to roll and likes to be equipped. But of course, now we have our pistol pouches. You okay? Yeah, he's fine. He's looking up at me like, I didn't touch anything. I didn't do anything. Now we're also going to need to have a pouch for magazines, because my bolter has a removable magazine. Although my bolter's a little bit on the small side, so I guess it's kind of like a bolter carbine. I'll just call it. It's a bolter carbine. And there's also, this might require a little bit of prop shifting. Now there's also, on the leg, I've added, once again, into the same material, and these things do need some finishing work, but then there's a knife pouch, so then you're able to keep the knife on the leg, as much as this is just like a toothpick. This is a tiny, tiny knife for a Space Marine, but I mean, sir, what's the point of bringing a knife to a gunfight? We just gotta push a button. Sir, put your hand on that wall. And, what else? Some of the updates. Now, you might have seen this. I need to replace the batteries in this, but, I've done a whole system of updates to the inside of the helmet now, where there's now some electronics that I've kind of gutted apart. So that way, now I've got
battery's done on this, on the left one. So now the eyes light up, which they also have a different mode. So there's on, and then a lower mode, and then there's a flashing mode, which that could be good for, I don't know, like, oh, I've been hit in the head and my helmet is, it's damaged, right? Like, something like that, I don't know. And, but that's not, I don't usually use those modes for when I'm wanting to see. For when I'm wanting to see, that's when I'll hold down, and then it will have an LED on the side that lights up. So the eyes will still light up, but it will be more from like a side light, and I'll have these lenses in there to keep the light out of my eyes, so that way I'm not blinding myself in the process. And yeah, so that's kind of my update on things. I do have, this was a test that I did where I was filling the shoulder pauldrons with this mess, and it's kind of been falling apart by now. Where what the purpose of this was, this would have gone up in the shoulder pauldron, so that way when, and there might have needed been more to it, and it might not have been exactly positioned like resting on me like that, but it would have been the intention so that way when I would move my arm, the shoulder pauldron would be lifted up ever so slightly, as well as be able to hug and grip my arm. Now, this was also just a prototype, just to test it out. I probably wouldn't be wanting to use all these colors in such an easily exposable spot like under the arm where you can see all that. That might look weird. I don't know. The yellow might work. It might work. I'm sure I've seen something like that in some older works. So that would be it. That would be all I have for cosplay updates. I'm Slathe the Space Marine, and let me know what you think in the comments, and likes and subscribe, and check out all of my other videos that you like.